President Biden has signed an executive order aimed at paving the way for Medicaid to pay for women to travel out of state to get an abortion. The president is now praising voters in Kansas for upholding the right to abortion in the state's constitution and saying he hopes the issue can get voters to the polls in the midterms.
The voters of Kansas sent a powerful signal that this fall the American people will vote to preserve and protect the right and refuse to let them be ripped away by politicians. And my administration has their back.
Chief White House correspondent Cecilia Vega has the latest. Hi, Cecilia.
Hey, Diane, good morning to you. Yeah, President Biden and frankly the rest of his party really hoping that that vote there in Kansas is a sign of things to come in just 96 days when voters around this country head to the ballot box for the midterm elections. Look, Kansas, you know this, it is a deep red state, and voters sent a clear message there to defend abortion rights. Even in some of the most conservative-leaning counties, and this was really a surprise, this measure was defeated. Now Democrats are hoping the issue really galvanizes their base, especially when it comes to that coveted suburban women vote. And they are using it as part of a broader messaging campaign to paint Republicans as extremists when it comes to social issues. But Republicans, look, they're really clear for their side here. They say the midterms are going to end up being about a referendum on the president, his job performance, and the economy. Abortion, frankly, is only on the ballot. Take a look at this in 4 other states this year. So it really remains to be seen whether this is going to be an issue that becomes a defining one that can get voters to the polls. You mentioned that presidential executive order. He did sign it here yesterday. It aims to help low-income women who live in states where the procedure is banned to travel to other states to get that procedure. But, you know, right now, Diane, his team is offering very few specifics on how this is actually going to end up working, also how they're going to pay for it. But what you're seeing here in terms of the politics is President Biden really trying to get out front on what the Democrats hope is a defining issue for them come November.
All right, Cecilia Vega for us from the White House. Thank you. And ABC's Zohreen Shah joins me live now for more on this. Zohreen, how critical will this issue of abortion rights be in the coming midterms?
You know, it depends on who you ask. If you ask Democrats, they would say it's going to be critical, and at least they hope it will be, right? Republicans are going to say, look, this November is going to be about the economy. It's going to be about inflation. But Democrats are looking to what happened in Kansas the other night, a ruby red state, a state where there's about 350,000 more registered Republicans than Democrats, where Trump won there just in this last election by 15 points. But voters showed up in droves, and they voted to keep abortion rights there. You had double the amount of voters who showed up than the last primary 4 years ago. But look, most Americans will not be voting on abortion as a singular issue this November. I mean, yes, you have those 4 referendums in 4 different states that could jump to 7, but overall it's going to be hard to see the impact that abortion will have in November. And also the momentum could also go in the other direction. We just don't know. But we do know one thing. The majority of this country, about 58% of voters, think that abortion should be legal in the United States. Diane.
Meanwhile, results are still coming in from Tuesday's primary elections. What have we learned now from those races?
Okay, so the Arizona one is the big one that we're still holding on to. That's still the big unknown, the governor's race there. And Maricopa County just dropped a lot of ballots last night. So we have 82% of the votes in that governor's race. And it is really close. You have Carrie Lake. She's a former news anchor. She's backed by Trump. She's already declared victory a couple times. She leads right now by 46% of the vote. And she's running against Karen Taylor Robson. She has 44% of the vote. They're separated by about 12,000 votes. Karen is, of course, backed by Pence, and it's essentially a proxy war between the former president and the former vice president. Trump, of course, he lost Arizona in 2020. He lost it by about 10,000 votes. We'll see if his candidate wins this time around. Diane.
And primary elections are underway in Tennessee today. Zohreen, what's at stake there?
So there's one race you should really keep your eye on there. It's CD5, Congressional District 5. There's 9 Republicans there who want to flip the current seat. You have Jim Cooper, the Democrat who is not going to run again. The current Democrat is running unopposed. But you have 9 Republicans who want to flip it. Cook Political Report predicts that it's actually going to turn into a Republican seat. About $3 million has already been poured into that race. But Biden needs every seat that he can keep. So that is the one to keep your eye on tonight, Diane.
All right, Zohreen Shah, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.